Ebenezer Snooze was up bright and early today, mashing those little fingers on his phone, lashing out at the judge. He wrote, "This conflicted Trump-hating judge won't let me respond to people that are on TV lying and spewing hate all day long. He is running roughshod over my lawyers and legal team. Blah, blah, blah. Election interference. Rigged. Unconstitutional trial. Take off the gag order." Only Donald Trump will complain about being under a gag order while violating that very gag order.
Is he concerned about the possibility of being sent to jail as a ramification of these? He's not concerned about being sent to jail.
I think, like anybody, he's concerned about going to jail. But if they put him in jail for his First Amendment right, he will be like Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. Just like him, exactly. He'll be Nelson Mandela-fint is what he'll be. To keep the outbursts at a minimum, I don't know. But the gags were off outside the courthouse this morning, where Trump floated a new line of defense from the hallways of justice.
President-elect Trump is scheduled to be sentenced in his hush money criminal case later this morning in New York City. It comes after the Supreme Court rejected his request to stop the proceeding in a decision released late last night. Let's bring in MSNBC Justice and Legal Affairs analyst Anthony Coley. He was the top spokesperson at the Department of Justice under Attorney General Merrick Garland. Anthony, first, just your reaction to what the Supreme Court decided and the fact that it was the three liberals joined by Amy Coney Barrett and the Chief Justice. What are you reading into it?
Well, I tell you, I think this is a rare moment of independence from the Supreme Court, and it was the right thing to do based on the facts and the law. And the facts here are pretty straightforward, right? You have Donald Trump, who in 2016, as a private citizen, tried to corruptly influence the outcome of that presidential election by keeping quiet or having Stormy Daniels keep quiet about her relationship with Donald Trump and then lying about it in his business records. That's what this is about, personal conduct that began as a private citizen. And so that's one part of it. In terms of the law, that's pretty straightforward, too. I mean, this is a one-page order here, Allie.
I love when you bring props.
Oh, yeah, I have a prop here.
Right. He's much too much of a gentleman to get tangled up with that. And I'm too much of an ass kisser to say otherwise. But what planet do these people live on? Jury selection continued today. 7 jurors have now been picked. They need 12 jurors and 6 alternates. Both sides have been working to whittle out anyone who might be biased in the other one's direction. One potential juror was an older woman who said she believes no one is above the law. And Trump's lawyers were like, get her out of here right now. It's the one to explain this. Since you are the one who paid off the porn star, right? So I vote you. Again, even though the judge hasn't made any decision about whether Trump can go to the graduation or not, the MAGA sphere is furious about it.
Barron's his baby. That's his youngest child. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he wants to be, I think it's May 17th is the graduation, Caroline. I almost think Trump should call the judge's bluff. And because I think people will rally around him. And if the judge holds him in contempt, I think people, especially the people that matter, independents, moderates, people in the middle, people that are still on the fence about who they're going to vote for. I think anybody can relate to wanting to go to your child's graduation. And it's not like this is a homicide trial. Okay, this is a glorified, error in paperwork.
Right. Some paperwork error there. You've never accidentally forgot to check a box or keep your pants on when a porn star comes to your hotel room? Donald Trump is about as bummed out about potentially missing this high school graduation as he was about missing Vietnam. He didn't want to go to either one. And, of course, the whole Trump clan is getting in on this graduation travesty. Don Jr. called the judge pure evil. Eric wrote Judge Mershon is truly heartless and not letting a father attend his son's graduation. Ivanka posted a moto thing. Okay, she doesn't care. I'm sure she'll get to it soon. She's busy with the motocross. But then the worst news for the Trump kids is Daddy is running out of money. Shares for his media company have plummeted. They're down 70% since they went public a couple of weeks ago. They're down another 14% today.
Donald Trump is no stranger to legal battles, but today was especially turbulent. The former president appeared in court for his hush money trial involving adult film star Stormy Daniels. The trial, which centers around alleged campaign finance violations, has already sparked intense debate. The prosecution laid out their case, arguing that Trump knowingly orchestrated a payment to Stormy Daniels to silence her allegations ahead of the 2016 election. election, which they claim violated campaign finance laws. Trump's defense team, on the other hand, argued that the payment was a personal matter and had nothing to do with his campaign. According to reports from inside the courtroom, Trump appeared visibly frustrated, shaking his head and whispering to his legal team as prosecutors presented key arguments. At one point, sources say he leaned over to his attorneys and muttered, "But before we dive deeper into the drama, let's take a moment. Quick favor, if you've been enjoying the commentary, hit that subscribe button. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing, and it costs you nothing, but it means everything to us." Great, you clicked it. Thanks so much. Now, let's get back to the chaos. This is a witch hunt. Classic Trump, right? Courtroom analysts noted that Trump's demeanor ranged from defiant to exasperated, particularly when the prosecution introduced financial records allegedly linking him to the payment. Legal experts predict this case could be one of the most consequential for Trump, as it directly ties into his 2016 election campaign. If convicted, the potential legal repercussions could have a significant impact on his political future. With this trial running parallel to his 2024 re-election bid, the political stakes couldn't be higher. The trial will continue with more witness testimonies expected in the coming days. We'll continue to follow this case closely, but for now, let's move on to another topic that has Trump supporters absolutely losing their minds. You'd think that a high school graduation would be a simple, joyous occasion, right? Well, not in the world of MAGA politics. The latest controversy involves Trump's youngest son, Barron Trump. The former president's request to delay the trial so he could attend Barron's graduation was denied, fueling outrage among his most dedicated supporters. Many MAGA fans took to social media claiming that the decision was unfair and a deliberate attempt to keep Trump away from his family during a milestone moment. As we reported earlier, Donald Trump requested a delay in his trial so he could attend Barron's graduation. Seems reasonable, right? Well, apparently not everyone agrees. Some of Trump's most die-hard supporters have taken to social media to express outrage. Not because Trump wants to go, but because they believe the judge's refusal to delay the trial is part of a larger conspiracy. Right-wing commentators have called the decision heartless and accused the legal system of treating Trump differently from other politicians. Meanwhile, legal experts argue that scheduling conflicts are common in court cases and that the judge's ruling was standard procedure. Some have even gone so far as to claim this is proof that the justice system is rigged against Trump. It's the kind of reaction that makes you wonder, are they actually upset about the trial, or do they just need something new to be outraged about? While Trump's allies continue to fan the flames of controversy, the trial proceedings remain uninterrupted, and Barron Trump's graduation will proceed without delay. Now, let's talk about the legal process moving forward. Jury selection has begun, and so far, 7 jurors have been seated for Trump's trial. The selection process is crucial as Trump's defense team is aiming to weed out any potential jurors they believe could be biased against him. Given Trump's polarizing reputation, finding a truly impartial jury is proving to be a significant challenge. Legal analysts say this could be one of the most challenging jury selections in modern history. After all, how do you find someone who doesn't already have strong opinions about Donald Trump? The process involves intensive questioning of potential jurors about their political beliefs, past voting records, and media consumption habits. The defense has already dismissed several jurors for what they deemed inherent bias. The jurors selected so far include a mix of professionals, including an accountant, a teacher, and a retired government worker. None of them have expressed strong partisan views publicly, but as we know, jury selection can be unpredictable. While some legal experts believe Trump's team will push for a jury that is sympathetic to him, others argue that both sides are working hard to ensure a fair trial. This trial is moving fast, and with Trump's 2024 campaign looming in the background, it's shaping up to be one of the most dramatic political events of the year. As more evidence is presented and testimonies unfold, the political implications will only grow stronger.